Hey there, scholars. So we're here to talk about Cantos 18, 19, 20, and 21. I'm going to zoom through it because it's the eighth circle, which we're going to call Malebolge, the evil humps, lumps, bulges, I don't know. It's this section here. You see how many there are. There are 10. We're going to go through the first bunch today. In this is a ring for fraudsters. So every kind of fraud and lying is going to be represented here in the eighth ring. Remember, there are only nine, so these are among the worst of the worst, according to Dante. Um, so in the first bump, and there are sort of little peaks and valleys, and the valleys are connected or are passed over. The peaks are connected by these little bridges. Some of the bridges are out. They get have to turn and go different ways, as you'll see later on in the cantos. So this Malebolgia, the evil bulges, the evil hills, is for fraudsters. It's the eighth ring of Inferno, as I've said. Section 8A is for pimps and madams and people who are engaging in encouraging people to participate in prostitution. They are being endlessly whipped, and they're there in Canto 8, 18. And Canto 18 ends with some sort of lewd joke about the size of someone's member. The next ring is the ring of flatterers. And just like flatterers, you might say, are full of crap, so they too are immersed in human crap or demon crap. We don't really know, just lots of excrement being poured on them. So just like they lived in the world, they are in the afterworld. Pits of poo, if you will. In the next section, is a place for the sin of simony. Simony is the sin of paying money for a religious promotion. We're going to see the barratry section later on, and that is paying bribes for a political promotion. Here we get simony, people who paid for religious office in the Catholic Church, and they're upside down in holes that are on fire, and only their feet are sticking out. So that's not particularly pleasant for them, as these burning, crusty flakes are falling on their feet, but also they are buried in a fiery hole. That is 8C. 8D is he sees and is very saddened by seeing these twisted figures whose heads are facing backwards or whose fronts are facing the wrong direction. Anyway, it really bothers him because it's such a corruption of what he sees to be the perfection of the human form. Again, early humanism, perhaps leaking into his medieval mindset. These people who are twisted around backwards are fortune tellers, and their punishment fits their crime because they tried to look too far forward, and so now they're condemned to always be looking backwards. We hear a lot of stuff about people's tears falling down their buttocks and stuff like that. It's really sad for Dante, and indeed, Virgil kind of scolds him. He says, you gotta understand this is God's just punishment, and you can't take anything away from that. So you've seen Dante hate on people. You've also seen him feel bad about certain people like Francesco and Paolo, or Ser Brunetto Latini, his teacher, or these people who he doesn't know. Among the fortune tellers, you're going to see Calcas. You're going to see our old friend Tiresias. He's making yet another appearance. He is everywhere in this AP English curriculum. As promised, as we're getting towards Canto 20, we see the barraters, people participating in barratry. That is, again, paying a bribe for a promotion in a political office or a civil office, and they are being boiled alive in pitch, which is pretty much an image that we take with us for hell anyway. So they're being boiled in this asphalt, this macadam stuff that they use to pave the streets, or they talk about caulking boats in this particular thing. Just when this is getting really tedious, we meet the Malebranche. They are their name literally means the ugly claws. They are kind of comic relief just when we need it. Just like the porter in Macbeth, they come in and they are goofy and weird and mean and surly, and they fart a lot and they have terrible funny names. If you read Italian, you'd know. They're kind of the demons that we're familiar with from what hell is meant to look like. They're little, kind of the opposite of cherubs. They're little demons with little pitchforks. Literally, they have little pitchforks and other kinds of pointy sticks that they're gonna poke at people. Somebody tries to escape from the realm of the Barreters out of that asphalt, out of that pitch, and they capture him. And then he says, "Hey, I'll make a deal with you. If you let me go back under the pitch, which nobody really wants, but I guess out of the frying pan and into the fire." He says, "I will send up a bunch of my friends because we have a signal, and they'll come up to the top, and you can really torture them, and that'd be fun for you." And just when some of the demons are arguing about all of this, he escapes them, and that makes them all the more furious, which makes them kind of annoying to Virgil and Dante, as we see. They all have funny names. One of the names is Malacoda, whose name literally means badass, which is great. You'll see there's like Crazy Clown, and there's Nicky the Dragon, and things like that. So you'll see them go. And then this section 21, Canto 21, ends with this one of the guys, instead of having a trumpet like a military leader, this guy makes a trumpet of his butt. He sends out yet another big fart, and again, farting seems to make another appearance in the All Hallows AP English curriculum. Anyway, I hope that helps. Thanks a lot. Bye.